Hey guys, just really quickly wanted to touch on this recent interview that Isayama did right when the final episode finished airing. He did an interview. It is linked in the description. You can check it out yourself, but let's just bring it up. So I'm going to read it to you like you're a little baby, even though you don't need that. Eren says in the final episode of the anime that he had no choice but to follow the future that he saw, that he was powerless against the powers of the founding titan. Armin even asks if he's really free. Was he telling the truth, or do you see this as him telling an excuse? Isayama says, so the truth is, the situation with Eren actually overlaps in a certain sense with my own story with this manga. When I first started this series, I was worried that it would probably be cancelled. It was a work that no one knew about, but I had already started the story with an ending in mind, and the story ended up being read and watched by an incredible number of people, and it led to me being given a huge power that I didn't quite feel comfortable with. It would have been nice if I could have changed the ending. Writing manga is supposed to be freeing, but if I was completely free, then I should have been able to change the ending. I could have just changed it and said I wanted to go in a different direction, but the fact is that I was tied down to what I had originally envisioned when I was young. And so manga became a very restrictive art form for me, similar to how the massive powers that Eren acquired ended up restricting him. In other words, Isayama is saying the biggest problem most of us had with the end of this series, right, is the fact that Eren, what he said in that conversation with Armin, made absolutely no sense. It made absolutely no sense whatsoever. And so Isayama is basically saying, oh, yeah, I used Eren, I used my main character as a mouthpiece for myself to explain and describe how I felt writing this manga. So it's supposed to be meta and clever and cool. How about we don't get meta commentary, okay? How about we get what the character actually is thinking and feeling? We don't need Isayama to use Eren as a mouthpiece. We need to understand why the fuck it is that Eren did the rumbling. Because apparently it was for a Lelouch-style ending. Oh, but he didn't know if his friends would survive the rumbling. So it couldn't have been that. That cancels out. Apparently, it's because he was just an idiot who got too much power. No, it can't be that. That's Isayama. That's Isayama talking about himself with this manga. That he wanted to end in a rumbling so bad that he wished he could have ended in a different way. So now he's just an idiot who got too much power because too many people started reading Attack on Titan and loving it and getting too acquainted and self-inserty with the characters. The Alliance members, the Annies, the Mikasa stans, right? So why did he fucking do the rumbling? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. But it can't be that he didn't know, because every scene before chapter 139, the final episode of Attack on Titan, every episode before that, he gave a clear, concise reason as to why. And I hate to bring him up in this video because it's not about him, but Moist Critical fails to understand. He gets one part of it, right? Oh yeah, Eren has never changed. He gets what he's talking about, kind of coincides with Isayama, oh, real Eren is back, right? With the crying and whining and shit. What he doesn't realize, which Saint It Chief pointed out really well, is Eren has changed. Eren's changed a lot. Just his target changed, right? The target was Titans, right? Oh, these Titans are going to wipe out the Paradisians. Not on my watch. Oh, fuck, bombshell. Titans are actually humans. Okay, so they're not the problem. Not only are Titans humans are humans who tried to stand up to Marley. Titans are humans who tried to stand up to oppression. Right? So, oh no. The target isn't Titans. The target is the people who are sending these Titans to kill us all. Oh, it's Marley. Okay, the target is Marley across that ocean. Okay. So he goes to the Marley convention. He figures out, oh shit, it's not just Marley. It's the whole fucking world, right? He overhears the Tiber speech. The people, the ambassadors for the rest of the world are moved to tears as Tiber declares war on Paradis. Now, it's not a war over land. It's not a war over resources. This is a conditionless war. In other words, this is the capital G. They are going to wipe out Paradisians just for being Paradisians. Conditionless war. That is the moment Eren decides, okay, well, it's a war. Okay, well, it's kill or be killed. Let me get my ass up and make my move. Let's put the chess piece on the board then. Let's go. That is when he decides. So he does know why he did the rumbling. He does know why. And if this story was consistent with Eren's character in the beginning, when Armin asks, why the fuck did you do this? Eren should have fucking said it was the only way to save Paradis. Which is true. Because we saw the story. Like, what the fuck? I just don't understand how so many people can blindly accept this. Oh yeah, no, he was an idiot. Yep, that makes sense. It makes sense that someone put in a kill or be killed situation decides to kill instead of lay down and die. And then when they're asked about it by their best friend who they're so close with, they can't even tell the truth and say, oh, well, like I said, when I brought all the Paradisians into paths, it's either us die or they die. I chose that they die. And I've given this analogy out time and time again that, you know, if let's say you lived on a hill and you had a knife and you had one knife and you had one bomb. And there's 100 people running up the hill. 50 of which you see have a present weapon and want to kill you. Let's even say there's some children amongst the 100 people. Let's say a couple children have guns, right? There's Gabby, right? Let's say a couple people were for the murdering of you and your family. They had guns. All you have is a knife and a bomb. Are you going to take your knife and try and stab 50 people to protect your family? Where while you're focused on one of them, 3 can go around the back and kill your family while you're not paying attention. You're outnumbered, right? You're outnumbered. Your weapons are not the same. Your knife cannot compare to a gun. Or would you throw that fucking bomb and unfortunately kill some children and unfortunately kill maybe 50 people who probably don't want you dead, who you don't know. They might. And they probably do, right? But you don't know. So you're potentially killing 50 innocent people, but you're killing 50 people who guaranteed are trying and will kill your family. What are you going to do? Are you going to try and talk it out? You're going to try and talk in the face of some guns? You're going to try and talk it out? Hey, we're human just like you. Why are you trying to kill me and my family? No, you're going to fucking die. Are you going to try and stab 50 people? No, you're going to fucking die. You're going to ask the 50 who don't have guns out, hey, do you want to kill me and my family? You're going to ask them one by one? No. The only way to make sure your family survives this situation is to throw the bomb. And it's so unfortunate that you have to kill perhaps 50 innocent people. It's so unfortunate. But it's something that you do to protect your family. Are you going to feel bad that you killed 50 innocent people? Of course. That'll haunt you for the rest of your life. But I better feel a whole lot better that your family's alive. That is how the story is written. Kill or be killed. And it's written to that point up until the very end. So Eren answering that he doesn't know why he did the rumbling is completely asinine. But anyways, we're talking about Isayama here, right? We're talking about how he admitted that he retconned Eren. This is him pretty much admitting that. Oh, yeah, he says the shit he says at the end because, you know, it mirrors my own reality with Attack on Titan. I became the founding Titan because I hold the pen. Please, please, please never do this in your stories, guys. This is the moment of payoff. This is likened to in Breaking Bad when asked, you know, what the fuck was all of this for, Walt? You know, Skylar's like, oh, okay, yeah, like, get your last word out. What do you want to say? The cops are on your tail. You know, Walt's cancer's back. He's about to die. These are his last words to someone he loves so much, right? This is basically Eren and Armin. He's like, everything I did. Skylar's like, if you fucking say it was for this family one more time, I will kill myself. She says something like that. And Walt's like, it was for me. I did it for me. And we have proof of that, right? Because he said, fuck this family. Time and time again, he chose to make meth over, his relationship with his family. Time and time again. He missed the birth of his daughter to make meth. And he tells Jesse, he says, my family doesn't love me anymore. My wife doesn't love me anymore. Making meth is all I have. In other words, making meth was the only time where he could feel important. And so that's what he chose. Over being rejected by Skylar, over being, the cancer husband, who's on his deathbed, who's on his last days. He chose to make meth because it made him feel important. And in his final moments, he is honest to Skylar about that. Imagine if in that scene, Walter White said, I don't know, to Skylar. Or imagine if he gave 50 conflicting different reasons. Imagine if he did that. We have so many conflicting shit that Isayama has said in interviews. First he says, oh, yeah, I changed the ending. The ending was supposed to be similar to The Mist. But as Attack on Titan got more popular, people fell in love with the characters. I decided I can't end it like that. Then he goes on and says, oh no, the ending has never changed. Then he goes on and says, yeah, even though the ending isn't changed, I changed how I'm going to approach the ending. Then he says, no, I changed the ending. I changed it. I had to shift Eren, his character, to more of a good guy to convince readers of the shift in the story. Then he says, no, I never changed it. And that's what he's sticking with now. In the last 3 interviews, no, I never changed it. No, I never changed it. Okay, sir, but you said in 2016 that you changed it. And you said in 2022 that you changed it. Or 2021, whatever. You changed the story. You changed it. And you changed it at such a stupid spot. It's like George R.R. Martin said, bro. If you write in the story that it was the chambermaid who killed the guy, then you can't decide to change it to, oh no, it was the butler. Just because your audience, your readers found out who did it. Why can't you do that? Because then all of the seeds that you've planted already in the story, those lead nowhere. And now you're shoehorning in extra stupid shit. And that's exactly what happens. You mean to tell me Historia's plotline ended with her just being happily pregnant by the farmer who used to bully her? That's where her story ends? When in the manga, we have Eren standing outside watching her talk to the farmer. Okay. We have Historia lying about the date of birth of her baby. Right? They weren't expecting the baby to be born for months after the rumbling. The baby was born that day. The baby was born that day. And so this is the plot lines that were leading somewhere. But Isayama changes it from the chambermaid to the butler. So now those lead nowhere. And now we're shoehorning in Ymir watching a couple kiss, right? Now we're shoehorning in, oh, Ymir was in love with King Fritz. Now we're shoehorning in all of these tiny little stupid things that are going to lead to this conclusion that's, oh, love is what breaks the Titan curse. When in reality, either the Titan curse was just never going to fucking end, or there was some big 6D chess move that would have ended the Titan curse. Like, I don't know, all the parallels between Historia and Ymir? Maybe. Just guessing. And so in the story, at the end, Eren says, oh, I don't know why I did the rumbling, right? He says, I'm just an idiot, right? He says, only Ymir would know that. What happened? Where is the payoff for that scene of Eren saying, only those who keep moving forward will ever know? Where is the payoff for that? Anime onlys or people who like the ending simply do not remember the rest of the story. It's been too many years in between releases. What was even the purpose of Eren asking Reiner why his mom was killed? What was the purpose of that? That's how you know all of this extra bullshit that happened at the end was shoehorned in at some point after that scene. Anyways, that's all from me. If you like the ending of Attack on Titan, God help your soul. Read better manga, watch better anime. They are out there. Watch Breaking Bad.